Picture this, dedicating over half a century of your life to public service, waking up every day with the sole aim of improving America for its people, only to be sidelined in a way that's not just shocking, but deeply embarrassing. That's the raw emotional core of what former White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre shared on a recent episode of The View, sparking conversations about loyalty, respect, and the harsh realities of political maneuvering. But here's where it gets controversial. Was the Democrats' approach to handling Joe Biden's exit from the 2024 race unnecessary tough love, or an unforgivable public spectacle that damaged the party's image? Let's dive into the details and unpack this story in a way that's easy to follow, even if you're new to the political scene. Karine Jean-Pierre, who stepped away from the Democratic Party to register as an independent voter, still holds immense admiration for former President Joe Biden. On this morning's The View, a popular daytime talk show hosted by a panel of women discussing news, entertainment, and culture, airing weekdays at 11:10 on ABC, she described Biden as one of the most decent people she's ever known. Her shift in party affiliation, she explained, stemmed largely from the disappointing way Democratic leaders treated Biden in the crucial weeks before he dropped out of the 2024 presidential race. For beginners, think of The View as a casual yet insightful platform where celebrities and experts chat about current events, often blending humor with serious topics. It's been a staple on TV for decades, offering a mix of opinions that feel like a lively group discussion. Jean-Pierre recounted how Biden, despite any differing opinions about his presidency, poured more than 50 years into serving the public. He literally woke up every morning wanting to make this country better for the American people, she told the show. She added that the treatment he received during those intense 3 weeks was awful, something she'd never witnessed before, marked by profound disrespect toward a man of such long-standing dedication. And this is the part most people miss. Her perspective highlights the human side of politics, where personal loyalty clashes with party strategy, making you wonder if behind-the-scenes conversations could have preserved dignity without the media glare. The backstory? It all unfolded after Biden's poor performance in the June 2024 presidential debate against Donald Trump. Democratic leaders, including influential figures, publicly urged him to step aside, citing concerns about his cognitive abilities. Even actor George Clooney wrote a widely publicized letter focusing on what he saw as signs of decline. Just weeks later, Biden withdrew, endorsing Vice President Kamala Harris, who eventually lost the election to Trump. Jean-Pierre expressed confusion and frustration about why the process unfolded so publicly and humiliatingly. Why would they do it this way, publicly, and in a humiliating way, she questioned, echoing sentiments that resonated with host Whoopi Goldberg. Goldberg chimed in, amplifying the point. We ask that question. You couldn't do this behind closed doors? You had to drag us all in here? It was crazy. This isn't the first time Goldberg has voiced this criticism. In a September 2025 episode of The View, she slammed Democrats for airing Biden's decline publicly, arguing that handling it privately would have kept things less divisive. The divisive for me is if the Democrats had kept their mouths shut and took care of this in-house, as opposed to making it a public spectacle. I think people would have had a better feel about it, she said. For context, imagine the Democratic Party as a big family. Sometimes internal disagreements need to stay family matters to avoid fueling external criticisms, especially from opponents who might exploit the drama. But here's the controversial twist. While Jean-Pierre and Goldberg see this as a betrayal of a loyal figure, others might argue that the public push was a pragmatic necessity to save the party's chances in a tight election. Was it transparency at its best, ensuring voters knew the real story, or a brutal exposure that eroded trust? Subtly, this raises questions about political ethics. Does expediency justify humiliation, or should personal honor always come first? It's the kind of debate that divides opinions, reminding us how politics can feel more like a high-stakes reality show than a noble pursuit. What do you think? Did the Democrats mishandle Biden's exit, turning a necessary pivot into a damaging public flogging? Or was the open approach the only way to hold leaders accountable in real time? Share your thoughts in the comments. Do you side with Jean-Pierre's call for private resolutions? Or do you see value in the transparency? Your perspectives could spark some enlightening discussions.